Anxiety can feel overwhelming, like a constant storm in your mind that never seems to settle. But the truth is, it doesn't have to control your life. There are practical, proven strategies that can help you regain your inner calm and build mental resilience. Today, we'll explore powerful methods rooted in both Stoic philosophy and modern psychology to help you manage anxiety effectively and take back control of your life. Before we dive in, take a moment to like this video, share it with someone who might be struggling, and subscribe to Beyond Vision Mindset. Your support helps us continue to bring you content that empowers you to grow mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. Anxiety is a challenge, but it's one that you can overcome with the right mindset and tools. If you're ready to break free from the grip of anxiety and cultivate lasting peace within yourself, let's begin. 1. Understand the nature of anxiety. Anxiety often feels like an invisible weight pressing down on your chest, making every breath feel shallow and every thought feel restless. To deal with it effectively, you must first understand its nature. Anxiety is not just random fear or worry, it's often a response to uncertainty, to the unknown. Our minds are wired to seek safety, and when the future feels uncertain, our brain sounds the alarm. But here's where Stoic wisdom offers profound relief. The Stoics believed that most of our suffering doesn't come from external events themselves, but from our interpretation of those events. Anxiety thrives on this interpretation. When you feel anxious, it's often because your mind is projecting fear onto what might happen, not what is actually happening in the present moment. Imagine standing in front of a blank canvas and your mind starts painting worst-case scenarios, failures, losses, disappointments. But remember, these are just paintings, not reality. They are creations of your mind, not actual events unfolding right now. Recognizing this is the first step to dismantling anxiety's power. When anxiety strikes, pause and ask yourself, is this fear based on something real happening right now, or is it my mind projecting into the future? Most of the time, you'll realize it's the latter. And when you do, you begin to see anxiety for what it is, a mental construct, a trick of the mind. This doesn't mean your feelings aren't valid, it means they're often fueled by perceptions that can be changed. The more you practice recognizing this, the less control anxiety has over you. Another key insight is that anxiety is often fueled by resistance. The more you resist the feeling of anxiety, the stronger it becomes. Stoics taught that acceptance is crucial. Accept that you feel anxious, acknowledge it without judgment, and let it be. Paradoxically, acceptance often weakens anxiety's grip because you're no longer feeding it with resistance. Think of anxiety like quicksand. The more you struggle against it, the deeper you sink. But when you stop struggling and calmly assess the situation, you find a way out. Anxiety is also a sign that your mind cares deeply about something, your future, your responsibilities, your relationships. While this care is positive, it becomes harmful when it turns into excessive worry. By understanding that anxiety is your mind's way of protecting you, albeit in a misguided way, you can start to respond with compassion rather than fear. Remind yourself that anxiety is not an enemy, but a signal. A signal that it's time to pause, reflect, and recalibrate. Every time you catch yourself spiraling into anxious thoughts, gently bring yourself back with a simple question: what is real right now? In this moment, you are breathing, you are safe, you are here. And that realization is often enough to break anxiety's hold, even if just for a moment. Over time, these moments add up, creating a mental habit of clarity and calm. 2. Practice deep breathing techniques. Deep breathing is one of the simplest yet most effective tools for managing anxiety. When anxiety strikes, your breathing often becomes shallow and rapid, sending signals to your brain that you're in danger, even when you're not. This fuels the cycle of anxiety. But by consciously slowing down your breathing, you can interrupt this cycle and calm both your mind and body. Imagine a stormy sea gradually settling into stillness. That's what deep breathing can do for your anxious mind. Begin by inhaling deeply through your nose, filling your lungs completely, and holding the breath for a moment. Then slowly exhale through your mouth, releasing the tension you've been holding onto. As you breathe out, imagine exhaling your worries, your fears, your doubts. Repeat this process, focusing only on your breath. With each inhale, bring in calm and clarity. With each exhale, let go of stress and uncertainty. The beauty of deep breathing is that it's always available to you, no matter where you are or what you're facing. Stoics often practiced similar techniques, grounding themselves in the present moment through mindful awareness. They understood that the mind follows the body, and by calming the body, you can calm the mind. When you feel anxiety creeping in, take a few minutes to breathe deeply. This not only provides immediate relief, but also trains your mind to respond to stress with calmness over time. Over days, weeks, and months of practice, deep breathing becomes a natural response to anxiety, giving you a sense of control even when life feels unpredictable. Another benefit of deep breathing is that it helps you reconnect with the present moment. Anxiety thrives on future worries and past regrets, but your breath is always in the present. By focusing on your breath, you anchor yourself in the now, where anxiety has no room to grow. Make deep breathing a daily practice, not just a remedy during anxious moments. Set aside a few minutes each morning or night to simply breathe, to center yourself, and to build resilience. This small habit, practiced consistently, can transform your ability to handle anxiety, bringing more peace and clarity into your life each day. 3. Challenge negative thoughts. One of the most powerful ways to deal with anxiety is by challenging the negative thoughts that fuel it. When we feel anxious, our minds often spiral into worst-case scenarios, imagining events that have yet to unfold and may never even happen. These thoughts are not grounded in reality but in fear and assumption. It's essential to confront these thoughts head-on and question their validity. The Stoics were masters at recognizing and challenging irrational thoughts. They believed that it's not external events that cause us distress, but the way we interpret them. So, when anxiety arises, take a step back and analyze the thoughts contributing to it. Are they based on facts, or are they simply projections of your fears? Ask yourself, what evidence do I have that this situation will turn out badly? What if the opposite happens? Often, when you objectively examine your thoughts, you'll find that the worst-case scenarios you've been imagining are highly unlikely or not as catastrophic as you initially believed. One effective way to challenge negative thoughts is to ask yourself, what's the worst that could happen? Then, consider how you would cope with that worst-case scenario. This exercise helps to put things into perspective. You'll realize that even in the face of adversity, you have the inner strength and resources to deal with whatever comes your way. It's not about denying your fears but about recognizing them for what they are, thoughts, not truths. Every time you challenge these thoughts, you weaken their power over you. Over time, this practice can rewire your brain, making it easier to step away from irrational fear and embrace a more balanced, rational mindset. By practicing this regularly, You build resilience against anxiety, training your mind to approach challenges with logic and calmness instead of fear and panic. 4. Embrace mindfulness and meditation. Mindfulness and meditation are powerful tools that allow you to take control of your mind and body, especially when anxiety threatens to take over. These practices help you focus on the present moment, which is critical because anxiety often arises from worrying about the future or dwelling on the past. By anchoring yourself in the present, you reduce the mental space anxiety can occupy. Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius taught that the present moment is all we truly have. The past is gone, and the future is uncertain, but the present is where we have control. Mindfulness helps you reconnect with this truth by encouraging you to observe your thoughts without judgment, acknowledging them without letting them define you. Start by setting aside a few minutes each day to sit quietly, focus on your breath, and observe the thoughts that arise. Rather than getting caught up in them, simply notice them as they pass by, like clouds floating across the sky. This simple practice trains your mind to distance itself from anxious thoughts, creating a sense of inner peace. Meditation takes mindfulness a step further by helping you focus your attention even more deeply. With regular meditation, you learn to quiet your mind and create a space of stillness, where anxiety has little room to thrive. There are various forms of meditation, from guided meditation to silent mindfulness, and all offer benefits for managing anxiety. The key is to make these practices part of your daily routine. Even just 10 minutes a day can have a profound impact on your mental and emotional well-being. By incorporating mindfulness and meditation into your life, you train your mind to stay grounded in the present, building resilience against future anxiety. Over time, these practices help you gain mastery over your thoughts and emotions, allowing you to respond to life's challenges with greater calm and clarity. With consistent practice, mindfulness and meditation can serve as a powerful antidote to anxiety, giving you the mental tools to navigate even the most stressful situations with ease. 5. Cultivate self-compassion. One of the most powerful antidotes to anxiety is self-compassion. When anxiety arises, we often beat ourselves up, thinking we're weak or incapable of handling the challenges before us. This negative self-talk only fuels the anxiety and creates a cycle of self-doubt and fear. But practicing self-compassion can break this cycle. Instead of criticizing yourself for feeling anxious, treat yourself with kindness, as you would a close friend. Recognize that anxiety is a natural human response to stress, and it doesn't define your worth or your ability to succeed. The Stoics understood the importance of self-compassion in cultivating resilience. They didn't view themselves as perfect beings, but as works in progress, constantly learning and growing. By accepting our imperfections, we allow ourselves the space to grow without the weight of self-judgment. When you feel anxious, instead of spiraling into negative thoughts like, "I shouldn't feel this way," or "I'm failing," try saying to yourself, "It's okay to feel anxious. I'm human, and this is just a feeling, not a reflection of who I am." Remind yourself that you don't have to be perfect, and that everyone faces moments of doubt. Embrace your humanity and give yourself permission to feel what you're feeling without judgment. This practice of self-compassion can significantly reduce the emotional intensity of anxiety. It allows you to process your emotions with kindness and understanding, creating an internal environment where anxiety has less room to grow. By showing compassion to yourself, you create the mental space to heal and find peace, no matter how overwhelming your feelings may seem. Over time, practicing self-compassion strengthens your emotional resilience, making it easier to face anxiety with calm and confidence, knowing that you have the tools to handle it. 6. Take action despite the fear. One of the most effective ways to overcome anxiety is to take action, even when fear is present. Anxiety often thrives when we avoid or procrastinate on the things that trigger it. Our brains convince us that if we just avoid the situation, the anxiety will go away. But avoidance only strengthens the fear over time. The Stoics were firm believers in taking action, no matter the obstacles or the fear that might arise. They understood that courage is not the absence of fear, but the willingness to act in spite of it. When anxiety arises, instead of retreating or avoiding, lean into the discomfort and take small steps forward. Whether it's making a difficult phone call, tackling a work project you've been putting off, or confronting an issue head-on, taking action, even in small doses, can reduce anxiety's power. The key is to start small and build momentum. Each small step you take is a victory, and with each victory, you'll find that your anxiety has less and less control over you. Action is a direct way of sending a message to your mind that you are capable, that you can handle what comes your way, and that fear does not control you. It's important to understand that taking action doesn't mean you need to be fearless. It means you act despite the fear. Over time, by consistently taking action in the face of anxiety, you retrain your brain to see these situations as challenges to be met, rather than threats to avoid. This shift in perspective not only reduces anxiety but also builds confidence, creating a positive feedback loop of courage and growth. The more you face your fears and take action, the more resilient you become. Each time you step out of your comfort zone, you prove to yourself that you are capable of handling what life throws at you, no matter how challenging or anxiety-provoking the situation may be. 7. Build a support network. Dealing with anxiety doesn't have to be a solitary journey. One of the most powerful ways to manage anxiety is by building a strong support network of friends, family, or even professional counselors who can offer guidance, encouragement, and understanding when you need it most. The Stoics believed in the importance of community, and they understood that having others to lean on during difficult times can provide strength and perspective. When anxiety strikes, it's easy to feel isolated, as though you're the only one dealing with it. But the reality is that everyone faces challenges, and having a support system can make a world of difference in how you navigate those challenges. Building a support network begins by reaching out to those you trust, friends who understand you, family members who are supportive, or a therapist or counselor who can offer professional insight. These people can serve as anchors in times of emotional turmoil, reminding you that you are not alone and that your struggles do not define you. It's important to cultivate relationships where open communication and mutual support are valued. Sometimes, just talking about your anxieties with someone who listens without judgment can provide immediate relief and a sense of validation. A good support network doesn't just listen. They offer practical advice, provide a fresh perspective, and encourage you to take steps toward managing your anxiety. They remind you of your strengths when you've forgotten them and can help you see situations from a more balanced, less fear-driven point of view. In addition to your close friends and family, consider joining groups or communities that focus on mental health or personal growth. Whether it's an online support group, a therapy group, or a wellness community, these spaces can provide additional resources, coping strategies, and a sense of belonging. It's important to remember that you don't have to carry the weight of anxiety alone. By building a support network, you create a safety net that can help cushion the blows when life gets tough. They can offer you perspective when your anxiety clouds your judgment, and together, you can work through challenges, knowing that you have people who care and want to help you grow. Surround yourself with those who uplift you and remind you that, despite the anxiety, you have the ability to move forward with strength and resilience. 8. Prioritize self-care. When dealing with anxiety, it's essential to prioritize self-care in your daily routine. Anxiety often drains your mental and emotional energy, making it more difficult to think clearly and maintain a sense of well-being. That's why engaging in self-care activities that promote relaxation, rest, and nourishment is a crucial part of managing anxiety. Self-care isn't just about pampering yourself. It's about taking the time to nurture your body, mind, and spirit in ways that restore balance and peace. The Stoics believed in the importance of maintaining a strong, healthy body to support a clear and focused mind. Exercise, healthy eating, and getting enough sleep are fundamental components of self-care that help regulate your body's stress response and reduce anxiety. Physical activity, for example, has been shown to reduce anxiety by releasing endorphins, the body's natural mood boosters. Even a simple walk or light stretching can help calm your nerves and improve your mood. Eating nourishing, balanced meals also plays a significant role in managing anxiety. When you eat foods that support your brain and body's function, you can better handle stress and stay focused. Sleep is another vital aspect of self-care. Lack of sleep can exacerbate anxiety by impairing your ability to think clearly and emotionally regulate. Make sure to prioritize a consistent sleep schedule, creating a peaceful bedtime routine that helps you wind down and get the restorative rest your body needs. In addition to physical self-care, don't forget to engage in activities that bring you joy and relaxation. Whether it's reading, spending time in nature, pursuing a hobby, or simply taking a few minutes to meditate, these moments of peace allow you to recharge and reduce the mental strain caused by anxiety. Self-care also involves setting healthy boundaries, saying no when necessary, and taking breaks when you need to. By honoring your own needs and giving yourself permission to rest, you create a solid foundation for managing anxiety. When you prioritize self-care, you are essentially telling yourself that you are worthy of peace, relaxation, and emotional well-being. These practices help replenish your mental and emotional reserves, making it easier to handle the stresses of daily life and reducing the overall impact of anxiety on your well-being. Conclusion. As we've explored, dealing with anxiety involves understanding its nature, challenging negative thoughts, embracing mindfulness, practicing self-compassion, taking action, building a support network, and prioritizing self-care. These strategies, rooted in Stoic wisdom and modern psychological practices, empower you to manage anxiety in a healthy and balanced way. Remember, anxiety is a natural part of life, but it doesn't have to control you. With the right tools and mindset, you can navigate anxiety and emerge stronger, more resilient, and more in control of your thoughts and emotions. If you found this video helpful, be sure to like, comment, and share it with anyone who might benefit from these tips. Don't forget to subscribe to Beyond Vision Mindset for more content on overcoming challenges, building resilience, and living a fulfilled life. Stay calm, stay strong, and take control of your peace. Thank you for watching, and remember, you have the power to manage your anxiety and create the life you deserve.